And good afternoon, good evening, good night, and welcome to today's episode of Fuck It. Hey guys, how are you? Just a quick proof of life video to let you know that I am still alive and kicking because I didn't actually wind up doing a day 3 recap. But yeah, things are interesting. Mighty Meat officially made it, which is pretty awesome. So we did a bit of driving around yesterday. Managed to... Ooh, okay, so where do I start? Hello, just in case. Deanna Scholar, psychedelic psychotic Dolex. I got there. Leaf over Liz. Hello, beautiful inappropriate. Hey, good to see you. Been a while. How you doing? Check. Check goes batshit crazy today. Maybe we'll see. I know this was short notice. I didn't really I've noticed that you actually have to do the 30-minute notification. Like if you do a stream shorter, like with less notice than 30 minutes, most people don't actually get any sort of notice. So, Jason, good to see you. Didn't even get this notification. Just looked at my sub. Good. Okay. I made it. Lovely. So yeah. So jet lag was still a bitch, basically. So yesterday with the combination of having been on Nick's stream till about 4 a.m. and still feeling tired, I hit the hay thinking that I'd get a few hours sleep, wake up, Mighty get here off his flight, and then we go and do some stuff. Yeah. I woke up about 40 minutes before he landed, which was near enough to 10 past 2 in the afternoon. Which was fine. I didn't have anything planned, so that was good. He showed up driving this little boxy Kia, which is hilarious. Love that thing. And as he described it, the first thing we did was stop and go to heaven. He took me to Chick-fil-A. I'm looking at Twitter and was lucky that you saw it. Okay. So yeah, so here's the number one thing. How was Buc-ee's? Buc-ee's was great. I'm getting to that. So Chick-fil-A is interesting. To compare it, I'd never really thought about it at all. But the chicken fillet on the burger, because I went the original at the spicy because I'd had some spicy stuff the day before and I didn't need my ass blown out again. Oh, that's going to get clipped. It tastes like KFC back home, which is really strange to me because apparently KFC here tastes terrible. And I'm still going to taste test it. When you woke up with your underwear on backwards, no. He's got his own room. I've got my own room. Everything's perfectly fine, people. No rehypnol was involved. It's all good. But yeah, so the spices and the coating and everything on the patty at Chick-fil-A, identical to KFC back home. So I'm not sure whether or not there's something there or whatever else. But I mean, we were talking about how all the sauces have high fructose in them and basically just sort of shooting the breeze, really. It was almost like meeting a long lost brother. But yeah, that was really the first thing we did. They're spicy, isn't that spicy? Okay, well, I'll probably try it before I leave anyway. But did you try the Chick-fil-A sauce? Yes, I did. The Chick-fil-A sauce was quite nice. I tried the original and the barbecue. That was quite good. I had probably the first soda that hasn't made me want to gag as well. I tried their lemonade, which was great actually. But I mean, since I've been here, I've more or less reverted to like a teenager. So the mini bar is full of sugary drinks, a couple of bottles of water. On Nick's recommendation, I got some Shipley donuts as well, which were amazing. I was glad I had those delivered first thing in the morning. Because that was... I'd never had these sorts of things where you take it's almost a roll, but while baking the roll, you put 2 sausages and cheese in it, and then bake it into the roll. That was amazing. I completely understand why breakfast donuts are a thing here in Texas now. And to be fair, Nick did say that I would, so get yourself a good hat and boots. I looked at some boots yesterday, but I'll get to that. The hats, I'm waiting for Vices because we're going to Miller's and I'm going to get a very good quality hat, so that'll be fine. So what happened then? So from there, we went driving because we were going to go to the Pro Bass shop because it was so late in the afternoon. I hadn't really thought about what we wanted to do whilst it was in the Arvo. Tina Reynolds, it's your birthday today. Holy shit. 69 for 69. 69's in chat, people. Tina turned 69. Congratulations. Damn, the way you talk, you would not expect it either. Have Raising Canes. Okay. Racing Canes or Raising Canes? Either way, I'll work it out. Hello, Maria. So on the way to Pro Bass, we got a little bit distracted because we called Marty's missus and we were sort of discussing things to do. And yeah, that was fun. We've got a whole list of things to do. But as we were driving along, we saw a Waffle House that we may or may not stop at some stage. But we saw Buc-ee's. So, go Buc-ee's. This thing is enormous. Like, I had to grab this because it's just like, I think it's 40 ounces, and like, no one back home is going to believe me if I'm sitting there drinking out of this. It's like, it's just look at the size compared to the size of my head. This thing's huge. So we spent a good half hour at Buc-ee's just going around looking through things. Got some jerky, got some fudge. Took the photo with the beaver out the front. Yeah, it got an icy. It was really outstanding. It really, really was. And I got a stuffed toy for the daughter, which is good. So she's got a stuffed beaver now. Try the brisket. I'm going to have to go back and try the brisket because we'd literally just been to Chick-fil-A. So we were both full. So the only thing that I bought was the fudge. And I bought a banana custard, but I didn't get to try it. That sort of went out the window, literally and figuratively. The beaver out front. There's a beaver statue out front. If you want the photo of me that shows how much of a fat piece of shit I am, Mighty's got it on his YouTube page, posted as a photo. So from there, then we went back to. We turned around and went back so that we could go to the Pro Bass shop. That was really eye-opening. It really was, because that is the first time I've ever held a firearm. Did I get a beaver hoodie? No, I did not get a beaver hoodie. I did get a beaver shirt for the missus. Who's the person I'm talking about? So Mighty Meat. He's another content creator here on YouTube. He's like a brother from another mother, I swear to God. We're good mates. And he traveled down from Michigan just to see me. So that was incredibly awesome. And it was incredibly awesome, in case you're watching Mystic, incredibly awesome of his wife to extend his leash to extend that far. Hitting all the America highlights. That's the idea, yeah. Well, the whole point of this is that I wanted to experience American life. And given that, I mean, I'll get into the whole Trump stuff in a bit, but it's Bass Pro, not Pro Bass. Sorry, Stingy, didn't mean to offend your delicate sensibilities. My apologies. Miss Beef Ribs, got to North Carolina and thought, what are these little riblets? But yeah, so we went through the store, saw some deep sea fishing rods. Wish I could have shipped one of those back to Dad because he would have loved that. Took some photos with some with an elk, with the stuffed bear. The fish display there was really cool, like seeing the freshwater fish in there so you could see what you were fishing for. And then obviously the highlight was the gun displays. So I'm there to make America great again. Oh, we'll get to that. We'll get to that because, yeah, probably missed the names I hadn't heard it for. Yeah, no worries. So then, yeah, because I pointed it because we were walking through looking at all the handguns and that sort of thing, and I saw the P320, the one that that police department they're replacing because of the misfire or whatever, and I was curious, so I had a look at it, and then I held my first AR. I don't know what the issue is. As someone coming from Australia who we don't have a gun culture, we don't have any sort of it's not ingrained in us the way that it is in America. I picked it up, I held it, and I didn't think that there was much to it at all, honestly. Like, don't get me wrong, it didn't have sights on it, it was bare bones really, because they were there for sale. It was basically the skeleton of it. And hang on, have I frozen? Um Everything should be going out. I mean, I think I'm on the hotel Wi-Fi, aren't I? Yeah, no, I'm on hotel Wi-Fi. Should be okay. Um, as weird as it sounds, I picked it up and it looked like a toy to me. Like it reminded me of um, a Nerf gun or like a pellet gun or something like that. Like I don't understand why people consider it big and scary. I really don't. I mean, admittedly, the first one that I picked up was like shiny blue that looked like it was like I actually don't know what you'd use it for. To be perfectly honest, like I don't know what the point would be. Weapons are just tools, just like everything else. Yeah, this is true. But then they showed me the model that everyone considers to be big and scary, and just because it was big and black and whatever. And then I was talking to the guy behind the counter and discussing the volume of the ammunition and that sort of thing that is actually used. And he explained to me, that the bullet size is mainly used for varmint hunting, as he put it. Because the bullets, and like we went around and had a look at the boxes of ammo and that sort of thing. And the bullets only like this big. That comes out of it, and um, like it was just really eye opening. It really was. Had to explain my card ladies about the AR-15. I swear they all thought it was a machine gun. That's what everyone thinks if they've ever seen one. They watch the mainstream news. Yeah, can't say I'm surprised, honestly, because we'll get to the news. We will get to the news, and I did promise Marty before he leaves that he has to sit down and watch some Australian news so he can see the comparison. I did make him watch an episode of Bluey last night. Wasn't the best episode because it just happened to be the one that was on Disney at the time, but I'm going to show him some of the better ones. I look good despite. Oh, thank you. Watch one plow through ballistic gel in slow motion. Well, good news week. Yeah. Backing it up. Hope you're having a great time. Thank you. Going to get to shoot any guns? We shall see. We're like for safety reasons, I'm not going to give away too much. But tomorrow we've got tomorrow we're going to go somewhere space related. Today we may or may not be going somewhere space related. Tonight we're potentially going to go and see a show. And I'm keen to get some range time in, basically. So if it's on the cards, it's on the cards. Because I kind of feel like I need to fully experience that. Like having held all the different variations, and I held it. How was it? The way that because like before I left the store, like that both Mighty and the guy behind the counter said, "Do you want to hold one just so you can say you've done it?" Oh, Jude, thank you so much. That's incredible. Thank you, Jude, coming in with a $20 super chat. Cheers. And I picked out like it. I looked for the most futuristic looking gun that was there, and it was like I can't remember exactly what it was called, but the model was the Neos, and it looked like it was from RoboCop. It looked like the gun that RoboCop was walking around with, like on a smaller scale. But that's exactly that's what it reminded me of. And yeah, like I mean, I don't know that I'd necessarily need to carry one every day, but it does not. For me, I don't understand why it's so damn scary to people. Shoot the pistol sideways, okay. Gangsters Style, you increase the damage by 50%. Funny story. I was babysitting my friend's demon dog, put Bluey on, and it calmed down the psycho. No shit. There you go. Bluey is good for humans and dogs alike, apparently. U-22 Neos. Yes! See? And this is how you know people know their guns. That's exactly what it was. That is exactly what it was. Sorry, my nose is a little bit snuffed up. You have cats. Well, maybe you give it a go. Friend has the one that looks straight out of Star Trek. Tried the Haritos Pop yesterday for the first time. There's a difference between corn syrup and cane fish. Yes, there really is. And that must mean that it's 8 o'clock because here come no Target international ID. I'm not allowed to buy anything. Mighty may have found some things that he wants to buy and have shipped, but we'll see. Oh, come on. You don't need to blow your horn the whole way through the intersection. Audio sounds great. On Extreme, it was a struggle, still acceptable. Yeah, I don't know what the hell was wrong with StreamYard on my computer. StreamYard were no help whatsoever. But, for some reason it wouldn't recognize my camera initially or my microphone through Chrome, Brave, or Edge, or presumably because they're all Chromium based. I got it working through Firefox purely to be on Nix, and I had to have my mic and headphones in the same. No, he's not crossing state lines with it. Apparently he can purchase it here and have it shipped to a store and pick it up in there. So because they were trading in secondhand ones as well, and like some of those were pretty freaking awesome. Shooting an indoor range, make sure you double up on ear protection, wear earplugs and muffs, especially shooting a rifle. Thank you for that. I appreciate that, and I shall take that into consideration. FFL transfers are totally legal. I will have to trust you on that. What was I going to say? Shit, now I lost my train of thought. How about the size of those true American Texas standard molded trucks compared to home? Dude, the trucks here are huge. Like they seem so unnecessary to me. But that's because I'm used to dealing with utes back home, which fulfill exactly the same purpose, but they're like 3/5 the size. Madcow Mark, yeah, no worries. Go to a range before you leave for the pew pews. Yeah, that's the goal is to manage that. What else was I going to say? Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, and like I held a bunch of different rifles and a few other things, and like cross state lines with them. Just have to check the laws first. Travel 70% of the US with my weapon on my hip. Fair enough. Where'd I go on vacation? Texas, Houston. Internet kicked you all the way out. Oh, well, that sucks. So went to the. Well, I'm just going to call it the hunting store, so I don't offend Stingy. If you go to another Pew Pew store, ask to look at the 4473 that we're required to fill out. Okay. Did you try the hand pews and the long range pews? Well, yeah, and like I was saying, the ARs were not even remotely scary to me. Like it just looked like a toy, as bad as that sounds. Kind of make a Rittenhouse joke with that grandpa crawling up my ass. Not my fault that you're reminding people that I haven't finished that yet. Amazing Disgrace. I really need to do that when I get back. If you live in a pro-freedom state like mine, I can buy a firearm just about anywhere and take it home the same day. Constitutional carry is awesome. Oh, there you go. Bass Pro, Chick-fil-A, and Buc-ee's at least. I've also been to Walmart twice. Because I did the Walmart on the day when I originally got here, and I did Walmart at night last night. Mainly because I wanted to pick some stuff up for Mighty's boys, which I'm happy to say that I did. And then it was interesting because I mean we didn't see anything out of the ordinary, unfortunately. I mean when I went to the Walmart around the corner in the morning, I I did see an argument between two African American ladies where I thought wigs were going to start flying, but you're sorry for Walmart. It's fine. It was like, aside from the fact that it's like combining one of our supermarkets with Big W or Target, which spaced me the fuck out. It's perfectly normal to me. So, yeah, I actually went in last night hoping to see some weird shit. Yeah, Angel Wolf, I was expecting to see some weird shit. I really was, and next to nothing happened. It was a little bit disappointing. I feel like I need to go back again. So yeah, so from the hunting store, we went to Walmart, and then from Walmart, we were coming back here because Marty needed to check into the hotel, and we went to Taco Bell. And can I just say, oh my god, Aussies in chat, Taco Bell here compared to back home, the menu at home has like 10% of the variations and the variety. And I get, because as Marty said, if you go to Taco Bell here, the food's good, but they're guaranteed to fuck up your order. And I get it, because back home, they rarely ever fuck up your order because there's so few things to choose from. Strawberries, hey, hello, how you doing? If you want weird, go to Waffle House at 2 to 4 a.m. The risk of getting stabbed is the risk of getting stabbed is elevated if you do. Okay. Taco Bell, I live it. Sonic 2. I do want to try Sonic because I keep seeing the ads. Hey, Gypsy Song. So yeah, and from there we basically came back. I was sitting in the hotel room watching the news while he went and got checked in and whatnot. And then the news of Trump's fourth or fifth indictment at this point dropped. And we were both sort of sitting there stunned. So Whataburger, yes, Whataburger is also on the list. I'm pretty sure that's the one that's no, that's Wahlburgers. I want to try Wahlburgers as well. Sonic milkshake, okay. Oh shit! Oh, so happy you made it safely. Enjoy every minute. Show that handsome smile to all, which was closer to come see you. I'm in Indiana. Hope you have the best time ever. Love you, man. James Bradmartrate, thank you so much. That's very sweet. And thank you for the extraordinarily generous super chat. And it's good to see you're up and about. Got to try Whataburger while you're here. You fall in love. I don't doubt it. I mean, there are so many things that I'm already falling in love with. Marty's not wrong. I reckon I could eat Chick-fil-A at least twice, maybe 3 times a week. And that's off one burger. I haven't tried anything else there. So, Aussie comes to America to finally have lunch. Yep. Need to go to Papacitos for fajitas. Yeah, so the Papas, hang on, what are they called? The sort of Papas chain or whatever. Because after I got off stream with Nick the other night, right before he did the locals, he spent a good 20 minutes giving me like suggestions of where to go, where to eat, that sort of thing. So I'm looking forward to trying Cajun Kitchen. I'm looking forward to what is it? Auntie Chang's Dumpling House. So that'll be good. And at some point we've got to do what do you call it? A barbecue. I need to try barbecue because, and apparently I've got to record that and send the footage back to Dad so he can be jealous. We've got Viva now. We are branching out and recruiting from overseas. Yep. And look, don't get me wrong, guys. If you could sort out your politics, I'd probably make the jump, honestly. Texas barbecue should be on the list somewhere. Yes, it is. Arnie Chang is awesome. Okay. Seeing you and Marty Meat getting to meet each other in real life has given me the biggest smile. Have you ever met Jeff in person? Next week. So he's coming in 4 days. So I'll be meeting him then. Yes, I am eating my way through Texas. If you haven't seen the photo of me at Buc-ee's, go over to Mighty Meat's channel, have a look. You'll see that I am indeed a fat fuck. Okay? It has made me realize, and I commented on that photo, that when I get home, I'm going to try and do some crunches because I'm not happy with this now. Okay. Also in Texas, but up north in the Panhandle, stay hydrated. back in the triple digits today, 102. Okay, could be worse. This is our politics. What do you mean? Okay, I said this to Marty last night. 10 years ago, you would not have seen political rivals trying to put people in prison. You would not see prosecutors trying to put elected officials into jail. You would not have seen, like, this is full on North Korea, communist China bullshit that's going on. Bucky's is a fast beaver. Yes, he is. No, I am not big boned. I fully accept the fact that I'm a fat fuck. Oh, Aaron Hack, thank you for the $5 super chat. Stop in at 7-Eleven and get a Slurpee. I do want to do that. I did get an icy yesterday at Bucky's, but I want to compare the Slurpees because we have 7-Eleven. I've got one around the corner back home, and I'd never leave there without a Slurpee. So I want to try it and see if it's Now you can't leave. Ship the family to Texas. Find a way to run your law firm from here. Well, Target. One of the things that I'm planning on doing while I'm here is actually looking at taking the bar. But that was more just as a part of a bet. Trump broke a lot of people. I can kind of understand that, and it's weird that at this point the GOP aren't really like. It was nice that Alabama have given him the endorsement, but then to see him charged under a KKK law because he's disagreeing with black prosecutors, it's like, what the fuck? Only way to sort out politics is for a civil war. Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't want to be here for that. So you guys sort that shit out. You do your civil war. You get everything sorted, and then I'll come back. Okay. What's that? Oz had coof camps. Yeah, here's the thing. They don't real, dude. Here's the thing with all that. It was way more blown out in the media, and I do believe that Australia was particularly demonized to make the US feel better about themselves. I've gone back and looked at some of the footage from the media and that sort of thing because I was curious about how many people were mentioning that. And yeah, no, nothing like what was portrayed in the media. And I genuinely believe that was done so that you guys all felt better about yourselves during that period of time. Did I smuggle Vegemite into the States? No, I did not. Only one every time you try. You can try every kind of one Slurpee. So true. Let's see how you stack up to Kurt. I'm short, fat. Honestly, it's going to be like I'm going to be very embarrassed going to Matsuri. I think I'm not going to lie. I didn't realize Marty was as tall as he is, and because he took a photo to send to his wife, and he sort of had to lean over to get into the photo. Nothing wrong with being big, but you don't want to be USA big. Nice. Don't miss the drive-through alcohol stores. Well, we have those though. We have drive-through Budlows back home. Does your wife work? Yes, she does, and that would be a bit of a culture shock for her because she's pretty high up in what she does. She works in law as well. She's very specialized, and it would mean her starting over completely in another area because the area of law that she works in, you can in no way transplant to the US. I mean, it's literally the law that she works in Victoria. You can't even transplant it to another state in Australia, let alone another country. So. Try to go to Fuzzy's Taco. Absolutely delicious. Huge burritos. Okay. I shall keep that on the list. Go to the gym every day, work out for an hour. I'm 120 pounds. It helps my overall well-being. Okay, fair enough. Canada seemed worse from the info I was able to see. Fair enough. We'll have to roll back to Australia. Well, that's not necessarily a bad thing. So, what was I going to say? It was something else, and I cannot for the life of me remember. I'm seeing your odd one here or there, Corn Pope. I thought Mindset said don't date women lawyers. She's not a lawyer. She's a senior legal assistant, and I'm extraordinarily proud of her. And it wasn't that I dated her initially while she was working in law. It just sort of went that way. I started studying law. She started working in law, and you know, I meant stack up to Kurt legally. I think you could pass the bar. Well, I mean, there's 2 states where I can walk into a bar tomorrow. Wait, no. I mean, I can walk into a bar in any state in America tomorrow. To take the bar is literally, I think it's because I've already looked into it, California and New York. With my current law degree and without having to take any extra courses or anything. Sorry, I'm just something just moved around in the fridge. I'm not sure if the shrimps come back to life or something. It's literally I can walk in, sit down, take the bar. If I pass it, I can be admitted as an attorney. Pretty much every other state, you have to do like a 6-month course, like a conversion course, I think, from memory. Okay, that's a big ass truck. I mean, I'd looked into it not because I was going to move here specifically, but because I thought about potentially opening up an office and bringing the firm a little bit more international. Because I was looking at doing the same thing in New Zealand as well. New Zealand, there's mutual recognition between Australia, so I can literally just apply to their high court, have my practice certificate transferred across, and I could open an office. That's it's what you expect. I mean, let's face it. At this point, we know New Zealand is effectively an extra state in Australia. We just don't want to treat it that way. But no, because it'd be quite interesting. So I have signed up to Barbary for their like bar preparation courses and things like that. So I haven't actually enrolled in one yet, but I'm just sort of waiting for the right time, just to, if nothing else, just to take a crack at it because I'm curious. Are you going live at the convention? I do plan on doing some live stuff at the convention. I'm not sure how much you're allowed to film in there. Definitely, while I'm floating around with Nick and a few of the others, I'll certainly be doing that. Am I going to travel outside Texas? Not at this point. This trip is specifically for Texas, mainly because I didn't apply for an international license this time around. Mighty brought the car, but he's only here basically till Monday, and I don't, it was more about spending time with him, really. But he's got a few places that he wants to take me just so I can experience a bit of Americana and, so we can nerd out about a few things, really. So yeah, not really at this point. Assuming your normal height, I'm a short ass. We look like Russian dolls next to each other. What's the most obscure thing you've done so far that you love? Well, see, that's just it. I haven't tried to do anything really obscure because the idea is for me to enjoy everyday American life, to try and get a feel for what it's like to just be an everyday American on the streets, just so that I've got more of an idea. A, to build up content for you guys, but B, so that I get more of an understanding of what you guys are going through on a daily basis. Because what I see in the media in Australia, and clearly what you guys see in the media about Australia, because I can honestly say, since I've been here, I'm surprised by how frequently Australia is mentioned on the TV. Like, I was watching, when I got in off the plane the other day, and I went up laying on the bed watching a friggin' documentary about kangaroos and sedating them. And then last night they were talking about the Westpac and Suncorp merger and how that was going to affect the Australian banking system. And like, I'm not going to lie, for the amount of time that you guys spend talking about Australia, so little information is actually passed on. And that was a little bit weird to me. But anyway. So at the moment, nothing quite so obscure, Triton. It's been more, sorry, Trenton. Is it, wait, Triton? Trenton, sorry. Because for me, it's just about trying the everyday things that you guys don't, like the things that you guys take for granted, because I just want to get to know what it's like. Like Mighty was surprised that I've never had a pot pie, so probably try that at some stage as well. 2 great states to want to live. Well, I mean, once I take the bar in one of those states, I think there's mutual recognition with certain other states, but yeah. Kurt has taken the state bar recently and knows his stuff cold. Yeah. Haven't been to 7-Eleven in years. I have them everywhere here. Okay. One of these years, I need to go to an anime in Matsuri. Got a mate who lives in Texas who I might be able to stay with. Okay, fair enough. Aussie driver's license works fine. The travel website said otherwise, Emball. But okay. If you can't go live, could you at least take a snapshot of how big the Pope's nose is? Of course. Of course. I can't wait to get a good photo next to. I'm going to try and get as many of us as I can into a photo so that I can like frame it or something when I get back. Have a lot of Aussie expats in hill country Texas. Run into Aussies all the time. No shit. You want the American experience? Stay at home and don't move off the couch while yelling at the TV. Well, I did that the first day that I was here, and then I wanted to get up and go to Walmart. While in the States, to try and visit New Mexico, depending on where in Texas, you can visit great places like Carlsbad Caverns or White Sands Monument, which are near Texas in New Mexico. Okay. Mainstream media doesn't give you all the facts saying it. So, yeah. Well, hey, if mainstream media did their job, I wouldn't have a side hustle, would I? Talk about our own country all the time. Barely tell us any info, and that what they do say is fake. I'm noticing that a little bit, yeah. You know, the American media lies all the time about things going on here, especially with Trump, but I'm sure you've noticed that. Yeah. Jay-Z's had to stop watching the news. Don't blame you. Are you working during this trip? If so, could it count as a write-off on your taxes? That was sort of part of the plan. Because this is because the streaming has turned into a bit of a side hustle, and it is technically under my company. I can potentially. I need to double check a few things with my account. I'm not fussed if it doesn't turn into a tax write-off because this is fun nonetheless. So, come to Louisiana and play with Napoleonic law. No thanks. Oh, my nose. Chicken pot pie, my 3 favorite things. Jesus, guys. Latoya Williams, good morning to you too. You followed. Lovely. Thank you. White Sands is a great visit. Sort of depends. It depends how far away New Mexico is. I suppose I'll have to plug it into the computer and have a look. So excited for you to be here in America. Love all you guys. So it's cool you all get to meet in person. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I really, really am. No mandates. Not a Fed. Good to see you too. Going warhog hunting via helicopter. Look, as it turned out, probably not on this trip. It did turn out to be prohibitively expensive, unfortunately. But hey, I got here. That's the main thing, and I got to hold a weapon, so that's the main thing. And at some point, I will be firing one. Better visit some Texas cattle. I've seen. So we drove past some Longhorn steers, and at some point, I need to find a mechanical bull. Breakfast burrito would be high on your list. Okay. New Mexico is a 10-hour drive from Houston. Oh, okay. Well, that sucks. I might have to that might have to take a backseat this trip. So great to have you here, Hayden. Welcome. Enjoy your stay. Thank you. When I was in Dallas, going to JFK assassination site was powerful. Okay. Pretty far from Houston, other side of the state. Drove through Texas in November. Took 8 hours to get from Amarillo to El Paso. Amarillo's in the middle of the state. Oh, shit. Okay. Why mechanical? The real bulls are way better. Because I don't want to die. Okay, whatever I'm doing, I don't want to die. How expensive was it to fly from Ohio to Texas, especially when it's paid for by the feds? Jesus Christ. Rackets and his RICO scheme and the Kiwis paying him off to make everyone think I'm fake. Like, it's all just one big conspiracy, honestly. What are the beaches like? Galveston, super warm in the Gulf. Haven't been to the beach as of yet. We're going to Galveston is probably where we'll head off. Probably be there sometime over this weekend. But I will report back on the beaches anyway. Has the time difference wreaked havoc on your body? Yes, it did for a period. I'm feeling okay now because I'm kind of adapting. Again, staying up till 4 a.m. the night before last was not helpful, but getting there. Hit Sturgis this time of year. Would have loved it with all the bikers. Okay. Drove from Texas to Texas from Canada, and it was 28 hours. Stopped at 7-Elevens only to get money. Jesus. Handle a lot of rodeo claims, don't die. That's sort of why I don't want to get on a cow. You know? That's really my concern. Knowing me, I'd get on a mechanical bull, fall on my ass, break my neck, and I don't need to add the thought of getting stomped on. Just to add insult to injury. Um, a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you to actually be here? About a 12. About a 12. It's pretty freaking awesome. It really is. Like to be. And yes, Mum, this one's just for you. When I was about 11 or 12, I swore black and blue to my parents that I would never leave the country. And they said, yeah, that will change. That'll change. See previous statement. um, and yeah, they were right. Mum gets to tell me I told you so. I left the country and I'm loving it. So might have missed your answer, but did you enjoy Chick-fil-A yet? Yes, Andy Strong. That was basically the first thing we did when Marty landed. We went straight to Chick-fil-A. Should I bring a sauce back? I don't think I brought a sauce back. Oh, that sucks. Sorry, I'm sitting here playing with a Taco Bell sauce. So, first time catching you live. Been subbed to your channel from the start. No shit. How'd you, due to the Jew and Polish dysfunctional Nick? Well, welcome, Vincent. I mean, hopefully, like the usual content is interesting for you because, like, promises you are obligated to break. This is true. Oh, Kimmy with a $5 super chat. Thank you. For some Bucky's sea salt caramel beaver nuggets for research purposes, work expenses equals a tax write-off. How bad is Macca's in America? Okay, let's talk about this, okay? What the hell is going on with your Macca's? I get why people make fun of me when I order Macca's at home now. Okay? Sweet and sour sauce. I took one taste of it, and it was like my tongue wanted to murder me. What I can't understand, the burgers looked like they'd been put into a flat iron press. Why? Back home, our burgers, the burger buns are almost identical to the ones you get at Chick-fil-A, except they have sesame seeds on them. Yes, sorry, Macca's is Australian for McDonald's, in case anyone doesn't know. Yeah. There you go. Explaining it in Aussie language. Because I try to be diverse. So what I did was I got a standard cheeseburger. I got a McDouble with bacon. I got a 10-pack of nuggets with sweet and sour sauce and some honey mustard sauce. Wanted to try and what's that? We need food reviews, video recorded reviews. Need to see the light in your eyes when you eat Whataburger. Okay, when I go to Whataburger, I will make sure that Hey, Gosney's in the house. Just woke up. See, you're still on Aussie time. Yeah, no, not so much. I just woke up and I was like, okay, I should probably just because I didn't do a recap yesterday and I felt bad about it. So, McDonald's barely qualifies as food. Haven't gotten any in 20 years. Yeah, and see, that's just it. See, McDonald's in Australia is a staple because it's decently good food there. Like it tastes good. Like you don't want to be eating it every day because you'll wind up looking like Brendan Fraser in The Whale. But Whataburger uses too much mustard. Okay. It's 11:20 in Oz, is it? Oh, no shit, it is too. Look at that. I do love that my phone allows me to have both local and home times on my phone. Is the jet lag now gone? Not 100%, but I'm feeling better today than I have the last couple of days. Probably didn't hurt that I actually had the curtain open this morning, so I woke up when the sun did. What was I saying? Yes, so the burgers. So it weirded me out because flattening down the burger, we do that to bagels and stuff back home. Like it was like a toasted sandwich. Oh my god, and the Coke Zero. Okay. Now, for anyone that's been following the trip the last couple of days, you'll understand that I have an issue with the high fructose corn syrup because it's not something that we deal with back home. We just use sugar. And I thought that I'd be safe trying to drink Coke Zero because, okay, no sugar, no corn syrup, should be identical. That's part of the whole point of, franchise chains and global products and all that sort of stuff. No, Coke Zero tastes almost. That was foul. It really was. I took one sip and I tipped the whole thing down the sink. Nope, just no way in hell. Which makes absolutely no sense to me. Like, it absolutely makes no sense to me whatsoever. High fructose corn syrup's big ag's way of trying to poison the entire population. Always check the label on all fountain for. Hang on, that jumped. For all fountain drinks are syrup. Yeah, it is foul. It's the aspartame. Well, see, no, because our Coke Zero. See, if that is what they're telling you, if that's what they're telling you as to why the Coke Zero tastes terrible, they are lying straight to your face. Our Coke Zero back home has aspartame in it, and it tastes almost identical to our Coke, and it's perfectly fine. Don't get me wrong, I prefer regular Coke, but I will drink a Coke Zero if need be, and I still choose it over other brands. I will still drink it over Fanta. I will still drink it over like 7-Up or Mountain Dew or whatever else. Like, Coke back home is a staple drink. Coke Zero, Coke No Sugar, they're very similar. The very fact that Coke Zero here doesn't taste like regular Coke or near enough to blows my mind, because it's supposed to be an alternative. It's not supposed to be a different drink. It's supposed to be a sugar-free alternative. Like, it messed with me so bad. Chemicals in diet soda is worse than the high fructose corn syrup. That doesn't surprise me. Yeah, Coke Zero is pretty good back home. It tastes different because Mighty Review. That would be pretty hard for him to do from the plane, because most of these things I had before he even got here. I can't do Dr. Pepper. For us in Australia, Dr. Pepper is an acquired taste. You have to have started drinking it early on. Hungry Jacks do have better chicken burgers. This is true. For anyone that doesn't know, Hungry Jacks and Burger King are effectively the same chain, except here's the thing. The guy that owned the franchises in Australia, Hungry Jacks, won a court case against Burger King and basically kicked them out of the country. So, Bob, you can get Dr. Pepper in various places. It's not on tap the same way that it is here. So, when you walk into like a Hungry Jacks or a I don't think where else, maybe Taco Bell, something like that, how they've got the drink dispensers, how you've got your Pepsi, Sunkist, all that sort of stuff on tap. Pretty much everywhere I've been so far has had Dr. Pepper on tap as well. Sounds like you have a sugar addiction. No, it's not so much that I have an addiction. It's just that we have it in everything as opposed to corn syrup. So that is blasphemy. Dr. Pepper's like water down here. Well, fair. Okay. So just going to mum and pop style food places rather than brand restaurants. USA has a lot of shortages in the fast food industry. That does not surprise me. Yeah, there's a few like hole in the wall places that I want to try that I've gotten some good suggestions for. And I will be giving some of those a go as well. Hunch the Dirty Roofer with a $5 super chat. Love the name, by the way. Going to be in Houston on Wednesday. I'll hit you up on Discord. We can go to the airsoft range, so named for plausible deniability. Sweet. There's a few people that have reached out. Some I've gotten back to, some I haven't. I've still got to get back to Matt himself. Potentially about golf. I'm not quite sure if that's going to work or not. Might have to wait for the next trip, but I'll see what happens. And Attorney Tom I've got to reach out to as well. I was not expecting Attorney Tom to reach out to me, which I think is amazing. Thank you very much for that, mate. I will get back to you too. I need to sort that out too. Did you get the same shock at McDonald's as me? Everything's so flippin' cheap. Yes, that was surprising to me as well. But I think that might be the reason for it. Okay? I think the quality of the food is the reason for it. Because you got to remember, guys, McDonald's back home, by comparison, is extremely expensive. So, I mean, hang on, let me just double check. Where's Uber Eats gone? I haven't ordered anything, and I'm not going to this morning. I'm just purely for comparison purposes. So just give me a second. Oh, that's the other thing. I don't understand why Subway is so bad here too. Like, Subway back home is delicious. No, that's a sausage biscuit. Dinner menu. There we go. Like, okay, so a cheeseburger on its own here is like $1.69. Back home is about $5. Now, taking into account like the even taking into account the conversion of the price, $1.60 convert it, you're still looking like $3.50. But if you were back home, it's still closer to $5. But I do think that is more because of the quality of the food, as bad as that sounds. So, also the strawberry and creme pie that was probably the most delicious thing out of it, out of the entire thing, was the strawberry and creme pie. We don't have those. I'm actually glad I tried that. So, Dr. Pepper's from Texas. You're seeing a bias on that. Oh, okay. Have you tried black soda yet? I mean, grape soda. Oh, Target, damn it. Have I tried grape soda? No, I haven't. It's one of the things I've been meaning to grab. I shall. You look rested up and better. Thank you. Sweet tea. I've got some in the fridge. Don't eat Burger Kings around here. They're changed for the bad. Oh, that sucks. Um, I mean, I will be just because I need to try it for comparison purposes. 144 watching, 92 thumbs up. Hey, that is still a good That's still a good rate for me, so I appreciate that. Oh, you met up at your meet and greet. Oh, lovely. Okay, that's great. What is the Big Mac like in the US? I haven't had one yet. I know. Sacrilege comparing McDonald's without trying the Big Mac. It's on my list. It is on my list. Uh, Coke Zero is sweetened with sucralose, according to Alexa. Oh, okay. That may explain why it's so disgusting then. We don't have In-N-Out Burger in Minnesota. If they do in Texas, the food is worth stopping for. Okay, I've seen a couple of In-N-Outs. I will try it. Don't eat calf fries, aka calf balls. Oh, thank you for that one. I appreciate you telling me that. Carl's Jr. is the other one I've got to try because we've got that back home. Attorney Tom is short. You may have trouble finding him. Dude, I'm short too. I may actually just be on the same level as him. Subway's hit and miss. Jared has his secret sauce. Oh, grifter wannabe. That's disgusting. Macca's in Hong Kong is very different to Australia too. They tailor the menu for local tastes. Yeah, but it sort of defeats the whole purpose of it being a global nation, sort of thing. If you put Disaronno with Pepsi, it tastes like Dr. Pepper. Oh, okay. Also, Attorney Thomas Gay. Aren't missing anything. Eat at real places. Okay. Avoid chain restaurants. Look for the one-off family-owned places. Yeah, and there's like a whole bunch of them as well, which I think is amazing. You can't really. What's that? Need to have the patty melted Whataburger. Okay. Domino's in the States is supposed to be bad in America as well. Yeah, look, that's one of the few things that I won't be trying. If I'm having pizza, I'm going to stick to actually having proper pizza. So yeah, trying to think what else have I done. So I've tried Hawaiian Punch. I had a chocolate Nesquik, which was interesting. But yeah, that was a little. I don't know, like, what do you do to your cows here? I've had two things of milk so far, and the consistency has not been just like the consistency of the milk itself hasn't been right. Yeah, okay. Enjoy your time in Texas. Remember, Texas joined the US via treaty. They're a unique, independent type of America. Their school kids pledge allegiance to the Texas flag and the US flag, which makes a hell of a lot of sense. You can't really throw a stone here without seeing the American and the Texas flag, be that as you're going past a car dealership or pretty much anything really. And there have been some big ass American flags that I've seen, which I think is amazing. Oh, and look, and I very much want to say thank you. My first American flag was a gift from Mighty's Boy, which I think is amazing. Like, that's pretty cool. I can wave the flag. So, yeah, what's that? Check out the town of Shiner in Texas. They have one of Texas's oldest indie breweries, and the town still looks like it's from the 50s, real old school Americana. Oh, okay, all right. What was that? So that was Shiner. I'm taking note of that. Thank you. Shiner, Texas. Okay, Costco, yeah. Well, I wasn't sure whether or not I needed to go to Costco or not. I mean, I kind of assumed that Costco itself is going to be identical because it's one of those things that, like in Australia, it is purely regarded as it's the American chain here in Australia. What I want to do is try an Aldi and see what the differences are there because they're considered buy whole milk way better. Fair. Need to have biscuits and gravy. That is on the list. Milk here is highly processed. Okay. Cows get a lot of hormones, corn-based diet, and pasteurized. Right. Oh, right. Actually, that would make sense. The cows are fed corn. You guys are all looked at the corn, aren't you? Plain milk is fine. It's everything after that that's the process is false. Okay. Got to try normal white bread. There's a place in the Blue Mountains that sells imported goods, and I use it for a dessert. Okay. What a base in American pill Hayden has the time change treating you. Look, it wasn't too bad. I mean, like staying awake on the flight whilst it was stupid probably helped. And again, staying up till 4 a.m. being on Nick's show the other night. Again, stupid, but probably helped a little bit. No two Costco are the same here or overseas. Okay, all right, well. Yeah, I really want to try biscuits and gravy. Have to try the frozen peanut butter and jam sandwiches at Costco. We get them here. They are my fave. Okay. Please read. You need to try Texas barbecue while you're here. Need a video of that too with briskets and ribs. I'm curious about brisket. I think I've had brisket once in my life, and I don't think it was cooked properly. Corn is subsidized by the government, which is why it's in everything. That kind of makes a certain amount of sense. Because I said it to Mighty the other day. Like the only thing that I can think of why corn syrup would be in everything is if the same sort of thing that happened with hemp and tobacco happened, and someone made a shit ton of money over getting a monopoly over it. Trader Joe's is better than Aldi. Considering I love Aldi, hopefully it says something. Okay, well I'll try. I'll duck into a Trader Joe's as well and have a look. You said you went to Walmart. How was that different to Costco here in Australia? Walmart and Costco, chalk and cheese. Vincent, in terms of Walmart, the easiest way that I can describe it is imagine a building where you had a Woolworths or a Coles, and you had a Big W or Kmart next door. But then what they did was smash down the dividing wall between the two. So like one half is purely supermarket, and then you've got your homewares and everything. That's really what it's like. That's really the easiest way to describe it. It's not like Costco. It's completely different. It's really actually very interesting. Good barbecue brisket's amazing. Also get the beef rib. Okay. If you want Vegemite in the US, I think you can get it at Costco. I'm not really worried about it. I mean, I'll be perfectly honest. I'm here to try American stuff. I mean, you guys sort of can't stand Vegemite anyway. So, wow, partner, y'all got an accent. Bless your heart. Something Texan will say to me. I want to speak to more Americans, but I also don't want to get shot in the ass. Get biscuits and gravy from a mum and pop place, not fast food. Yes, that's the plan. Has it been hot enough for me? It actually hasn't been too bad. Like, I know it's supposed to get back into triple digits today. Yesterday was really not all that bad. It actually wasn't that. I didn't really have an issue with it. Bought some Vegemite like a month ago to a trade to try it. Oh, corn pope. Come on. Get the brisket. How far are you going to travel? I think the furthest that I'm traveling at the moment is about 4 hours to go to somewhere specific. Sit on the street corner, just start talking to people. I'll be right. That will probably significantly shorten my life expectancy. I would think. Simple pleasures. Hello. Trying not to get shot in the USA. Basically, is what it boils down to. Yeah, trying not to get shot. Try the baked beans when you get the barbecue. Okay. Yanks can't stand Vegemite because they cake it on the bread like morons. Oh yes, corn pop. I should specify this. Okay. when you do actually sack up and open up the jar, very light spread. Like, don't like dig it in like you do peanut butter. It's literally when you open up the thing, you take the knife, very lightly just scrape it across the top, and then you put it across a buttered toast. Okay. At some point, I will do a video when I get back to describe that for people. I'll do it this weekend. Give you my verdict. Okay. Larry the Cable Guy once said Walmart after midnight is like Monty Python's Ministry of Silly Walks. It's true. Yeah, see, this may be the mistake that I made. I mean, it was like 10 o'clock, so it might not have been full weirdness time. Anybody ask you to throw a shim on the Barbie in a bad Australian accent? No, not yet. Just don't fuck around and find out. True. I mean, when does anyone know me to fuck around and find out, though? We don't shoot people for talking to us. We are friend. Well, I suppose it sort of depends on the demographics and that sort of thing. Because I was talking, I mean, you know, if you did, okay, for anyone that was watching the other night and didn't see, I spent a good, 4 hours sitting and listening to Lofty spurg out. But anyway, but Nick spent a good amount of time explaining Texas to me. So, because I mean, he used to live here. And so he gave me a whole bunch of recommendations of where to eat and things to do, what not to do, all that sort of stuff. And he basically said to me, so as long as, like, if you identify that you have, you know, business being in a certain place or whatever, they'll just politely ask you to leave. And I'm fine with that. As I said to Marty, I reckon if I get into a situation where I'm feeling uncomfortable or something, I'm just going to walk around singing Waltzing Matilda. if that doesn't tell people that I'm not from here, I don't know what will. Texans are very friendly and should have no fear of being shot. Well, odds of getting shot in the US are the same as not getting, not getting bit by an alligator in Australia. Well, I mean, alligators are okay. It's not like 1 in 2 people carries an alligator, specifically because we have crocodiles, but that's not really the point. Worry about getting shot. Where the heck are you planning to go? What are you planning to do? Been in the US for 60 years and never been shot at once. Oh, good. Well, see, that's just it, people. This is what the media portrays outside of the US as as someone from the outside looking in, that's what's portrayed to us. Okay? That's part of the reason why I just want to be able to experience life as an everyday American. That's part of the reason why I'm here and doing this trip, because I need to understand exactly what it's like, because we can't trust mainstream media to give an accurate portrayal of what your everyday life is. That's why I'm here doing what I'm doing. Outback Steakhouse is very much on the list. Don't go to the hood. Nope. Texans share the unique trait with other Southerners. They're generally nice and helpful when they find out you're an Aussie on vacation. But if you F with them, it will go badly. Yes, I'm gathering that. If someone says bless your heart, it's like saying someone has a good personality. Oh, okay, cheers. Moved here 10 years ago. Kindest people, ever very friendly. If you're in New York City, I'd be more worried about getting shot. I was watching on the news about what's going on in New York. Like that's messed up. That wasn't a lightning stream. That stream almost gave me a brain aneurysm, let's be honest. Just don't fight over a mattress in an alley. Nope. Took a wrong exit in Houston once in the bad side of town. They helped me get back on the road. Oh, lovely. Okay. It's not like you're walking the streets of Chicago or New York. No, this is true. Need a box of Twinkies? We have Twinkies back home. But you're right. I should at least try one while I'm here to at least compare. An armed citizenry is a polite citizenry. I should hope so. If one were to filter out Chicago, Los Angeles, D-Toilet, and Washington District of Criminals, our gun violence is low. Huh. Twinkies, yuck, but don't tell Aussie that. No, it's all right, Tina. I've already had a Twinkie before. I know that they're not great, but I mean, it's still something that I just need to try. Don't eat it Outback. Beth, I have to eat it Outback simply because I need to bust all of the Australian stereotypes. But don't worry, I will be eating at least one other steakhouse while I'm here to try. Let's chat with Nick's biggest fan. Hello, okay. New name. Good to see you. Take your swing. Well, I mean, look, if Twinkies are going to don't engage with anyone that walks up to you at a gas station, fair. If Twinkies will survive a nuclear apocalypse, I'm pretty sure I don't want to know what they're doing to my digestive tract. All I'm saying. Do you know? Let's chat with Nick. No, unfortunately, I don't think I know. Guarantee you will not see a shooting while you're here. Well, okay. Lived here my whole life, never witnessed a shooting. Lovely. Outback, the last time I went there, what went the other food was awesome. Okay. We Texans may not be a good example of being American. Well, that's fine. Eating at Outback Steakhouse, food was delicious, haven't been there in years. Well, we'll see. If we nuked Democrat cities off the face of the planet, most of the gun deaths in the US would vanish overnight. And isn't that just like, isn't that just weird? Wait, is Nick streaming now? Oh, okay. Twinkies are sugar loaded, however yummy. Yeah, I don't know. Go to a baseball game? Yeah, I'm hoping to. I mean, I know that the Astros, I think last time I looked, they were playing in New York this week. I'm hoping that maybe oh shit, what's the name of the other team? Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna have a look now while I'm here. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna take 2 seconds because I really want to go to a baseball game. I am actually a baseball fan. I used to play when I was younger. Sorry, I know this is probably not too thrilling. I'm just having a look here. Maybe if I just look at the fixture. Yeah, no, so the Astros are playing in. Yeah, so the Astros are still playing the Yankees. Damn, I thought I looked and I thought that there was going to be a game here. Oh well. Have I got any cowboy clothes? Not yet, Tina. Do a video from Outback in full cliche Aussie mode. I was planning on doing it in the full. Oh. For anyone that's watching that isn't going to Matsuri, I apologize in advance because you're going to miss out on what may be the funniest thing ever. I got a full Steve Irwin outfit to go to Matsuri. I asked my parents what would be more inappropriate, me walking around with a crocodile or a stingray. I decided to bring neither, but yeah. Colleen, thank you for being here, and yeah, thank you for the warm welcome. You're an actuary, never guarantee anything. Taking bets on whether or not you'll see a shooting. Fine funnel cakes, get one. Rangers, thank you. Okay, it is the Rangers. For some reason, I thought the Rangers were a NFL team. Schedule. I don't. I don't want. I don't specifically want to watch a game against the Astros. I just want to watch a game at all. Oh, for God's sakes! Now it's showing me a soccer team. What the? Texas Rangers. Oh no! Shit! There's a game today at 3:00. Miami's playing. See, I knew that there was a. Okay. So hang on. So the Rangers are playing the A's on Monday, but that's at Monday the 14th of August. It's too late because I'm flying out. So basically my options to watch a baseball game are shit. Let the dates go. If I want to watch a baseball game, it's got to be today or tomorrow. Okay. All right. I think I can work with that. It might crimp the plans with Mighty a little bit, but you know, I can't really not go to a baseball game. Does Nick know Brandon Herrera? Have him introduce you if he does. Yeah, a few people have tried to get me in touch with Brandon Herrera and Donut Operator. I don't know if that's going to happen this time around. I've been to Texas in 20 years. Do have a family in the Houston area. They love it until a flood happens. Mm-hmm. Astros are playing the Angels next weekend in Houston. I'm going to be at Montsuri, though. That's the trouble. Astros home game, the 11th to the 13th. Yeah, that's why it sucks. Because I mean, I'm here for Montsuri. Like I can't bug out for a few hours to watch a baseball game. So it's probably going to have to be tomorrow. If we get full documentation for our Aussie traveler, thank you, Steve. I'm in no way an illegal immigrant. If you go to a game, buy sunscreen. I have sunscreen. I bought sunscreen and I bought after sun's gel just in case. Marty's like, we're going to a baseball game? Maybe. We'll see. Oh, Magic Sapphire. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. Welcome to America, pal. Hope you're having a good time. I really am, and thank you for the super chat. Did you try Whataburger and Buc-ee's yet? They're top tier. Well, I don't know about Whataburger, but I have been to Buc-ee's. I fucking love this thing. I really do. This thing's huge. I was trying to choose between the 40 and the 30, and I was like, you know what? Go big or go home. So I went big. I expect at least 3 videos titled Aussie Tries. Well, that's fine because I've got Aussie Tries Walmart so far. Go to a minor league game. Okay. Minor league game. Sugarland has a team. Southwest Suburb. Minor league baseball is great. Okay. If you came through the southern border, you'd have citizenship for life. 4-hour drive to the Rangers game from Houston. Yeah, I don't know. Love the Buc-ee's cup. Take it everywhere, and they're cheap. Yeah, and I bought Scarlett a beaver as well, like the stuffed beaver, which I think would be good. Oh, actually, tell you what, Marty, if you're watching, get your ass down here. I'll give you your hat on screen. You know, actually, you know, no, we'll do that later. We can do a proper like. I bought presents for Marty and for various other people, and yeah. So, try the patty melt. I will do. Someone's already said that. Wait till you hit customs in Australia with that thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just like, yeah, I'm actually not sure if this thing's going to fit in the cup holder in my car. If it does, I'm totally using this for every time I go to the regional office. Yeah, eating breakfast downstairs. No, all right. Well, oh shit, I almost forgot about breakfast. No, that's all right. You stay there and eat. I should probably come down and have something to eat too. Contribution to the lunch fund for the day today. Thank you very much, Nathan. You're in Massachusetts, so you never heard of Whataburger. Okay, fair enough. So I meant to say, have you been baptized by Buc-ee's? I don't quite know what that means. What's the coffee like? You know, surprisingly, for someone that generally... What's that? Border Security needs to start recording new episodes. I haven't made any since COVID. What's the coffee like? I haven't had coffee since I've been here. I haven't needed it because I've been too fucking energetic. Which is, for anyone that knows me, you'll know that if I don't have a V or something of a morning, I'm usually fucking tossed by the end of the day. And I start getting headaches from caffeine withdrawal. I have not had any since I've been here, and I have no idea how. I'm assuming that it's got to be the corn syrup. Sure, people drink from that. Or look like I was born yesterday. What's that? Downloading something in Russian, if you know what I mean. I have no idea what you mean. Do you lose if you show up in Australian customs on your way back and they find a copy of Crocodile Dundee bought in America? Do they look at you and say, dude? I have no idea. I mean, there's no point in me buying anything like that here in America because the regions on the DVDs don't work. So this may blow a few people's minds. America's region 2, if you go and pick up a back of a DVD cover, if you look at the bottom of it, there'll be like a little globe thing, but there'll be a 2 through it. Those DVDs work here in America. if you go to Australia or a number of other places, that number will be a 4. You can't bring Australian DVDs into America and expect them to work. You also can't take American DVDs over to Australia and expect them to work. They just don't, unless you've got a multi-region player. That's part of how they enforce copyright across the world. And like, what do you call it? Import rights and things like that. So what was that? Hayden's sort of out of his depth, however. I think he's looking up. He's hooking up with good friends and can in years later relate his experience to his great grandkids. I'm very much looking forward to everything, really. Get a cup holder expansion? I may have to. You're excited to be here. You're pushing adrenaline. It'll hit you soon. I'm worried about that. Do they play it backwards? Not so much. Seriously, not even DVDs are universal, for fuck's sake. Yeah, no. You've got to get a universal or multi-region player. But yeah. In Australia, this must have been the other way. It may well. I don't know. So, yeah. Actually, guys, I've just realized what the time is, and I'm about to miss out on my breakfast. So I might actually leave it there. Hopefully this has been a bit of fun. We've got various things to do today, so there should be some good content. Just trying to think if anyone has any ideas, or if there's anything like out of the way, or if you specifically know things about Texas, hit me up on Twitter. I may not get the chance to respond, but I do try and read all the messages at least. So, yeah, I'm gonna go get the brekkie. So, but as always, guys, thank you so much for making this possible. I would not be here if it weren't for everyone watching. It's freaking awesome. Yes, Mighty's taking good care of me. It's fine, Debbie. But yeah, as always, guys, please remember, you are not a piece of shit. You are very much not a piece of shit, especially not today. And you do contribute to society, especially if you hit that like button for me, which I very much appreciate. But as always, guys, stay healthy, wealthy, and wise. I will catch you on the flip side. Cheers, guys. There it is.
This shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.